Okay, second Warlock build. This one's focused for Nightfalls for making tougher enemies do less damage to you and your allies. So that anytime you're fighting like a boss or a champion or anything like that, you can just be reducing their damage while other people focus on taking them out. This requires a Throne World weapon because of the Psycho Hack perk. I'd recommend either the bow or the scout rifle, but I prefer the bow because with explosive arrowhead it only takes 2 arrows to proc Psycho Hack because it's technically 4 hits, and shoot to loot is just a plus. From what I've been able to tell, Psycho Hack is roughly about 50% damage reduction, it seems like. I was using it the other night in the GM for the new Neomuna Strike, and the Tormentor went from almost one-shotting us to less than half hitting us. I'm also combining this with Sever, so that's just another, from what I've heard, it's 15%. I'm not sure if that's true or not. No real way to perfectly calculate it in PvE, but either way, it's just even less damage that the enemy is dealing. Using Thread of Generation, because you can't not use it. Increased duration for Unravel and Sever and Suspend. Using this to be able to stun Unstoppables. This one's just to try and get my Rift back a bit faster, since I am using Stag to just give the whole team even more damage resistance. And then of course you have to have this one to apply Sever on Warlock. You don't have to use Divinity, I'm just using it for another stun, just to play more into support. The mods honestly don't matter all that much. I'm just using Font of Wisdom to try and get super back faster. Focus to get the Shackle Grenade faster to be able to stun more stuff. Obviously these loaders and siphons you'd want to swap out for Void if you're using the Scout Rifle. Nothing. If you want, you can put on resistance mods matching the threat of the current Nightfall. Kinetic or Void Surge for whatever weapon you're using, just to make you do a bit more damage with that weapon. You're going to keep firing at the enemy to keep them weakened. And then just as much recovery as you can possibly get on top of 100 resilience, so that you can get your Rift back faster. Alright, let's see how much a Stomp does. You see, it looks to be about half of what he was hitting for before. You'll definitely see greater effects in Nightfalls, where stuff does way more damage. But you can see if you stack this, he can't even hit me. He can't even damage me through the Rift. You can see the difference. He only started damaging me once the Sever and Psycho Hack wore off. Let's see this dog. This dog's It's definitely effective. It'd be better to show in a Nightfall, but for that I'd need allies to help kill everything but what I was focusing on. But you can at least see that for anyone that wants to just try and reduce enemies' damage for their whole team, to help keep everyone alive, it can definitely be useful. Especially since even if you do die, you leave that healing Rift on death because of the Stag.